took him just a week to make the moon and the stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How loving and patient the Father must be, cause I'm a G. You see, he's still working on me. Our Father, which art the Most High. Your son done had a few drinks and I'm so high. You watch the sparrows, I know you keep a close eye on your children, you always been close by. Beside the lust, I got so much pride. I'm filthy inside, you let so much slide. You hold me down in the coldest situations, and this song is just to show appreciation. Don't deserve to be alive the way I drive. I grind 9 to 5 and don't pay my tithe. And I don't go to church on the Sabbath, but I promise I'ma try to work on them habits.
Lord, wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my ways, but all I can do is my part. Lord, wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my ways, but all I can do is my part.
I hear your spirit speaking to me saying stop your stressing. Don't you know when you complain you only block your blessings? But every day I try to do a good deed, feed my family despite what the hood need. I'm an Israelite, moms had the faith of Hannah. Walked the wilderness, I done ate some manna. Led by the fire at night, though it's dark. Been locked away with all animals like Noah's Ark. I feel no fear when I battle on the field. For real, my father owned all the cattle on the hill. I need a change, but I doubt it's gonna come if you don't make it happen for your prodigal son, Lord. I confess, it's only one Lord, but look at all the dirty deeds that I done, Lord. Truly wanna give you my heart, but where to start? Show me how to do my part.
Lord, wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my ways, but all I can do is my part. Lord, wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my ways, but all I can do is my part.
I remember walking the block with no hope, walking with a pocket of dope in the cutthroat. I'm knowing I couldn't survive without you. Even though I'm by myself, I'm not alone. Walking out the liquor store, trying to make a nickel grow. I ain't even trying to hide my sins because I didn't show. I was the worst one cause I'm knowing about the scriptures. I fit the description, I'm all up in the picture. They're trying to help you, I'm the one that's trying to get you. When I go to church, I'll tell the truth, I think I missed her. Fact that my daddy's reaching for me. Lord, I know you wanna speak to me. I'ma open up my mind, I'ma take a chance. Cause when it comes to you, it's love at first glance. I'm knowing everything gon' be alright. Please forgive me tonight.
Lord, wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my ways, but all I can do is my part. Lord, wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my ways, but all I can do is my part.
Getting hard trying to live in this land, Lord. I'm sick of paying rent, I wanna be the landlord. Not too many children in my section 8 last night. Lights out, they on section 8. We get constipated from that government cheese. Paying taxes, steady get a government cheese. Don't nothing change no matter who we vote for. So why waste time even going to try to vote for? When you grind so hard, you supposed to see profit. Why we so broke? We supposed to be prophets. We never had a choice on coming to America. I feel something real bad is coming to America. I don't write the mayor, they say I got a right to, but I don't even know where a nigga supposed to write to. I keep my chest up and head to the sky until the day I burn or head to the sky.
Good days, and there was many bad days. Lord, I've had hills to climb and sleepless nights, but when I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord, and I won't complain. Yeah, no.
I'm no devil, I know that I'm God's son, but I still smoke weed with my godson. And even though they say the woman is the backbone, we just wanna see them laying on their backbone. Thumb through the word, but you know what's confusing? Between the experts, it's so much confusion. I want it all, for all that I care about. I want a ball, that's all that I care about. Travel 50 states, broke 48 laws. Ran across a book called 48 Laws. Some say it's bad, some say it's a good book. I say it ain't got nothing on the good book. I ain't tripping on going to the motherland. On the other hand, I like to buy my motherland. What price can we all get peaceful? Stay at war and swear that we peaceful. What's wrong? Can't we all get along? Wanna buy a home, but can't get along. I'm trying to stay focused and write the right rhymes, cause these days everybody write rhymes. My uncle went to the rehab, hooked on morphine. It seems he came out even more fiend. Don't wanna see cuz die or blood bleed. We all lose every time black blood bleed. Holla Hail Mary, a light no candle, but I'm still trying to handle what I can do. I go hard for what I need, so it's ample. Watch me, you won't need no example. Crucial situation, my life in a crisis. Need to trade my life in for crisis. Please forgive me for what I did last night. I don't know, this might be my last night. Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing him. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Nate Bud, C-Mac, shout out my loc, Spotter Low, cuz. Nate Bud, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crib.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
The homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low.
And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddamn it the homeboy Spider Low.
I'm here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider in this bitch.
My name is Spider Low.
Spider Loke, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
Spider Lope, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, wake and bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing it.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang ain't here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, gang.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty. No mistaking the station. They making them statements. We waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Baymaacbiz, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, I count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
If you can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We are not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards, we all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies, facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
Jeter. Gratitude is the attitude, cause it's surely a blessing to be right back in the black box as we blow us a session. Seem like it's been forever. Oh my mama, and I've been dying to get back in this seat. And so many real life realities caused me to stay away. I'm back in this thing. We done fell all up out the algo. We gonna get back in it, get more consistent. You dig a lies on my mama. I ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm finna take it back to day uno and feeling with these key numbers and see what y'all talking about. JC and Leah. I don't know why your message is just stuck at the bottom of the chat. I don't know if everybody chat look like mine. I don't know how you got message pinned, but that message is pinned at the bottom. I don't know what's going on, y'all.
I've been so tapped out, moving around, stuck on other situations. I have no idea what to even chit chat, chop it up about. My DMs so flooded. The few that I hit, so much shit. I really don't care about nothing out there that they talking about. So it's hard to prepare when you just hopping back in the saddle. Oh, blah, 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 you digitalize. But guess what? We do got a word of the day. Y'all gonna have to, okay, the markets, I see that. We gonna pin that one. That's a good question. Oh, mama. You digitalize. Yeah, all this Gucci, y'all. Oh, mama. Everything is gravy. We gonna go to the word of the day. The word of the day is bower. Bower is the word of the day. Bower is a literary word that usually refers to a garden shelter made with tree boughs or vines twinned together. Resting in the shade of the bower was the perfect way to cool off during the hot summer afternoon. Bower is the word of the day. Rhymes with power, hour, shower, tower, sour, devour, and things of that nature. Oh, my mama. Guess what else we have? Oh, or do we have? We don't have it. We might as well skip that and don't trip that. Inspiring quote. I had one but forgot to load it up, so I ain't gonna even trip. I'm just going and get cracking with the first question that was in the cheating act. Somebody, the market said, what I think about Devin Haney. I seen the fight. I know all the hype that surrounds Devin Haney as a top 3 prospect when it comes to Shakur, Davis, and Haney, right? The buzz that surround them. I understand the status that each of them hold. And I made sure I saw the fight because I was quite curious to actually see how Devin Haney would match up to what I've seen Davis do. I seen all the controversy associated with the decision. People saying that Haney won. Haney lost. So many people were disappointed. That blew my mind. However, I did notice, which I often notice, like when Mayweather fought a lot of Latin fighters. Anything the Latin fighter does going in direction is forward and that appears to be active, the crowd overreacts. They go crazy. Oh, my mama. And throughout the fight, as unexciting and unimpressive as Devin Haney might have been as in comparison to, basically Davis and what he's been doing as a pay-per-view draw lately, it was obvious to me, just as a layman, a casual boxing fan. I'm not a avid student or none of that, but it was obvious to me that dude couldn't beat Haney up. He couldn't really do nothing with him. At the same time, Haney didn't beat him up. But I think people miss the fact that the fight is not about being brutal. It's not about being aggressive necessarily, even though the common fan tends to think that's what it's about. The fight is about being effective. It's actually about touching your opponent with more flush shots than he touches you with. And Devin Haney definitely did that. So I don't understand all the controversy. I don't know what they expected, because the other dude seemed like he only touched Devin Haney at like a 50% ratio. It's not like Devin Haney was extremely explosive. I also look into the future. It's just me, my personal assessment. I thought it was like 3 people that would be contenders at the top, but I don't think Haney deserves a spot when you get to considering what Davis and Shakur seem to represent. I've been familiar with the majority of Shakur's professional fights. I familiarized myself with them, and I've seen the majority of Davis fights. I've seen a handful of Haney fights. I think Haney is slightly like Anthony Davis on the Lakers. I don't think he's coordinated enough. I can't see what makes Devin Haney effective in the ring being as effective against a Davis or a Shakur. Their precision, accuracy, IQ, and then power just seems to be at a level that Haney isn't quite at. It seemed like he was able to utilize his length to be effective against Lomachenko. But I don't believe he even utilized it as well as, it's almost like having 100 rounds and you spraying it at one target and you hitting your target once. And even though you eliminate the threat of your target, meaning you were effective, it seems like you were not as efficient as you perhaps could have been. I think Haney, with just the natural physical skill set that I've seen, and although I do believe he won the fight, the tactics that he utilized to win the fight, if he was sharper with them, I think he could have won the fight in a lot more convincing fashion. Oh, my mama. Somebody said, how you feel about Snoop's shop getting vandalized in Inglewood? Now, that's news to me. However, right across from SoFi, I'm familiar with a business that got like a painting of Snoop on the wall. I'm not sure if that's the business. And I don't have a feeling about, a shop getting vandalized regardless of whom it was owned by. La La Land, that's not a surprising report. However, as developed and sophisticated as that little area is, and I imagine how active law enforcement is in that area these days, I say it's kind of bold to get cracking and break into something that he is affiliated with. I didn't know he had a venue that was broken into. Shout out to C-Mac, Crip Mac home, 5-5 Crib. Hey, life a muff. I talked to the homie since he's been on a couple times, right? And I've watched a lot of his or at least some of what he's done online as far as interviews and clips. And you see it's a whole lot of that comedy. I don't know if he gonna get back to the comedy or the lightheartedness, but cuz seem to have surrendered some of that goofy energy for a more serious demeanor. I don't know if it's just a natural reaction of the experiences that he's been going through. He said they spray painted it with red. Y'all got to understand, cuz Inglewood is notoriously, traditionally, a Damu city. They have a handful of gangs, but from my knowledge, the only 3 non-Damu gangs in Inglewood would be the Tongan Crips, the IVCs, and the Legends. I might be wrong. I'm not the end-all be-all, but all I can recall is those 3 Crip gangs. Then everything else, from the Avenues, the Pyrus, to the Mafias, to the families, and it goes on, is Damu, and they are the primary presence in Inglewood. So if somehow, or they got somebody said also the Raymonds, they got some Raymonds in Inglewood, okay. Regardless of the Crip presence in Inglewood, it's always been considered a Damu city. So if somebody just vandalized the images on that, it's not hard to imagine that would happen on the ignorance of gangbanging. I even laugh at the fact that somehow through the corporate side of things, the Forum, the Los Angeles Forum, the Great Western Forum, in the center, the heart of Inglewood on Manchester and Prairie, it was red for years. It's been red. Then it spent a few years being blue. And I thought that was ironic. Dang, they painted the foreign blue. But the Damus, I don't know if they was involved, but I found it highly ironic that even the form went back to being red. So don't get the impression that the Damus in Inglewood took a vote and considered the idea of sending somebody to go vandalize or break into the shop. All it takes is 1 or 2, 3, 4 or 5 active youngsters. Y'all gotta understand the most prevalent ingredient in the mind frame of a LA gangbanger, which they was trying to highlight with Old Dog and characters such as itself and Doughboy, is ignorance, not giving a fee nut. So as much progress you think we make on that head with the gang banging, and you see the maturity of the people, to what you consider OGs that's been around and trying to go toward more positive energies, even though they maintain some type of connection or association or affiliation. There is the element of this thing that made people rap about it, talk about it, brag about it, that still exists, and it's the unexplainable element. So that's just the simplest thing to understand. The same person involved in doing all that violating could very well catch a case tomorrow, be subject to the California prison system, and then go through the accelerated process of maturing and understanding that we doing this for nothing, because that's typically what happens. All the activity that you see gang related on LA on these streets ceases to be a reality once you hit that prison system. And I don't want to get off track and turn this into an educational segment or session on the prison system and how it is with gangs, but just because we on that subject matter, you don't understand how the deepest, most drastic acts with the most horrendous results, and it seems like the people that are involved are a Google percent committed to the cause. Once you enter the prison system, almost without choice, you have to adapt a whole nother mentality toward the whole ramifications of everything that you're dealing with. Neighborhood to the neighborhood. I can't believe it took me so long to do this. My cousin Jermaine King, Baby Cowboy, Westside 90 neighborhood, did about 16 years in prison from the age 17, 18, right up in there, 19. He was on America's Most Wanted and all that. Came home in his mid-30s. Everybody don't know it because it seemed like he came home and got right on the right path and did all the right shit, because for the last 15 years he's been out here. And I won't say 15 years because that'll make him already 50 and he's younger than me. So for the last 12, 11 years he's been out here, maybe even 13, 14 years being an effective father, family man. But people don't know. Everybody, we all proud of him. But the first year or two, me, him, and my big brother Slick was in Arizona a lot. I was there for in and out. He was there with my big brother Slick for a long stretch of time. My mama, his mama, all our aunties, they proud of the family man he's became, but they don't know when he first came home from doing that stretch. Cuz spent the stretch out here on Demon Time. Woo! Love you, cuz. I'm so glad. I just thank the creator, because I'm talking about, ooh-wee. Oh, he did 13 on my mama. How old was you when you went? I know you wasn't 20. On my mama. My cousin was on America's Most Wanted, right? Imagine being involved in the lick, right? Whoa. Whatever, bam. I seen this act out. I knew the story from reality, but then I seen John Washington act this out on America's Most Wanted. Imagine being on the lake, bam, 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 whoop, wop. And then, like, it's going bad. You and your crime beats done, like, everybody on foot. Whoop, 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 whoop. Are you in Texas now? Salute. So, I think Cub was 16. Born and raised South Central. We got family that transplanted to Arizona, so cuz out there in one of them Arizona runs, I believe, like 16. And they do it. It's somehow allegedly get caught up on a major league, right? This in the 90s though, long time ago. So just imagine watching America's Most Wanted back then, seeing your first cousin, cuz. You know the story. They acted it out, cuz. So you on the lick, you and your crimies on foot, allegedly trying to get away in a neighborhood, residential. And then you done hopped in a vehicle in the driveway, cuz, like a station wagon. You done got in the back and just tucked. And they got police on foot, canvassing the neighborhood, going house to house, making sure they clearing it. So they going down this block, then they clearing it. We been through it. Woo. Hold on. They say, whoa, they clearing the area, right? Clear. So you back in this car, tuck. You can hear them coming from this way. They clearing house to house. Now they at the house that you at. They go through, whoop, whoop, whoop. You in the backseat of this car, they clear your shit. The police done passed you up when a few houses down. You clear. Just your luck. The occupants of that home, which was a mother and her child, I think it was a little girl, cuz, and her mama, they want to leave home. So they going to get in the station wagon, the mother getting the driving thing, the little girl getting the back seat. And just somehow, out of just coincidental, the little girl look back, see you, and get the screaming. Yo, the house cleared. You in this thing tucked. You ready to spend the night for 2 nights if you got to. They done passed you. They finna go to the next block. You gonna wait for the quiet moment to get up out that thing and get on. And just so happened, once this house get cleared, they get a few houses down. The family want to come out. The little girl see my peoples. She go crazy. The mother, they jump out, respond. Police come back. Whoop, get cut. So then on American Most Wanted, they was looking for Cuz Crimey. But Cuz did his time like a G, out of town, dealing with politics he wasn't familiar with. He home now, man, had a few children. Shout out to him and his wife. He's been working. Proud of you. Love you, Cuz. I know that's off on a tangent, but somebody said, did you see this? Cowboy responded to you 2 days ago. No, I haven't seen it, and I don't care to see it. What y'all got to understand, the first time I spoke on Cowboy online, I said everything that there is for me to say on the subject. Nothing else for me to say. I don't care what he says. All I was doing was paying attention to the internet, right? And then I became aware that somebody that's affiliated with the LA Crip gang cooperated alongside the prosecution in a murder. It didn't matter if it was cowboy, Indian, cowgirl, anybody. It could have been a gazillion people. Y'all see how I get in. I've been serving it the same way neighborhood niggas serve it. You don't cooperate. So when I saw it, you know how we do. We react to a lot of things in that genre of conversation. I reacted. I spoke on it. That is what it is. I don't give a fuck what Cuz got to say after that. You dig lies? You can keep responding, keep speaking on it. I speak toward principles and not personal ramifications. I don't know, Cuz. Don't care to know him. Don't give a fee nut. Any nigga from Compton, South Central, Watts, LA, Long Beach, any of the surrounding areas, grew up out here, living how we living and understand how we get down. There's nothing else. It's nothing to talk about. Cuz did what he did. It's all bad. What would interest me to listen to anything he has to say? Sex offender, smoker, snitch. Why would I care what they have to say? He want to add another S squabbler and just, I don't, see, this is what you got with the internet. You got the internet supporting positions that'll never get no support at a crib meeting. Oh, my mama. And you got people who are really tapped in to the street situations, satisfied with having an internet support system that will validate and vouch their bullshit, and they love that. You dig a lie? So they'll just sit there. You know, we used to hold court in the streets back in my day. Now they holding it in court and on the internet. And as long as you got a podcast or two, some squares, non-affiliates that are willing to show their face and support that for the clicks and the views, you find a pocket of comfort, you know. And let me tell you something about PC Move. Even steady trying to hold the fact that he over there and ain't getting touched and all that, it's like daring people to be the next shitty. If you don't think steady being vocal on camera, trying to call somebody out, talking about why you ain't did nothing to me if I'm a rat after you done ratted, that's a big red flag. And I don't mean like a bull to charge, but I mean the typical way that everybody talk about red flags, stay away. But on the internet, you have a Google people in the comments pumping you up like you did the right thing. And that's you know, that's enough for enough people, man. Gotta say rest in peace to my young nigga cuz from 97th Street and SIP, Siege. His little homie, somebody that you hear call in when we do the Real Near Radio often. My homie Lil Siege from Young Niggas 97th Street. And he come in here, he break bread, chop it up, he be on here. And his big homie, cuz somebody I seen recently that I don't see often because I don't really reside or hang or slide on the east side like I once did. But I recently slid through and seen my nigga see these are my niggas, cuz he lost his life on Century and Avalon yesterday, cuz. Streets ain't no joke. They saying what up with Big Y. I don't know what's up with Big Y. Shout out to Big Y. He Inglewood original. Oh my mama. The phone lines ain't even cracking today, y'all. Well, I realized that. I wanted to like shut it down, but I'm like, nah, we gonna get back cracking just cuz. And we back though. This ain't finna be like I'm back and then you ain't gonna see me for a long time. I just came on shit. I didn't have nothing to talk about on the title. This just we back at it. You dig eyes? Oh my mama. I'm gonna just go through the comments and see what y'all talking about. You know what I went through too recently? I told you I got a DUI. I think it was like in 01, right? Like, yeah, I believe it was like 01, into 01, summer 01, something like that. I'm still going through the last little requirements to handle it right. I ain't been gone for 3 months. It's been like 30 days. Now I got off temp. What's the temp news? So, one of the last things, y'all mess with StreamYard, Allen. I'm gonna get the StreamYard a lot because that's the next thing I'm gonna get at about the music and all that. But anyway, DUI, right? So I took all kind of classes. Year and a half. The last thing was going through a class that they call HAM. HAM is an acronym for Hospital and Morgues. Because of COVID, I guess the hospital part where you're supposed to take a trip to the hospital and see the trauma unit and get an up-close experience with people who have been affected by drinking and driving and things of that nature, right? But because of COVID, I was capable or able to do that part online. And that's basically what it was. A lot of interviews of people that have been adversely affected by drinking and driving. They showed a lot of graphic reenactments and photos and videos, things of that nature, a lot of testimonials. Cleared that. But the last part, the ham part, the morgue part, wasn't online. You had to actually go to the morgue in LA, the the morgue, bro. And one day, y'all, one day, in one room, I saw 589 dead bodies. It's like the whole time you there, the people who work there are telling you this is not no scared straight program. It ain't like that. They keep saying that, but it definitely is a scared straight program. I got to witness an environment that is so exclusive that as before we went down to what they call the crypt, and that's an area that's 30 degrees that houses these dead bodies, 589 on the day that I was there, and they explained to us that it's not near their peak. They're typically on a busy spectrum, house upwards of 800 bodies. It was 589 at a slow time. And they kept trying to prepare you for when you go downstairs. The first part, we were upstairs watching more videos, hearing the instructors speak. And one thing that really struck me was the instructor showed us some photographs up on the slide screen, right? And one of the photographs was a motorcycle rider who had, and these are the photos that, imagine the most horrific accidents you can imagine get called in. All right, they blocked the funeral off. Blocked the freeway off, the highway or whatever. The first responders respond with cameras that we don't necessarily ever get the opportunity to see what they see. But when you get in this program, this is what they expose you to. They expose you to what the public never sees. So just imagine you got body cam on, and then you have other officers following you with actual video camera, and you're responding to a horrific accident, and there's a motorcycle involved. And I saw photographs, 3D, HD up on the big screen, to where, just imagine this, y'all. Torso, top half of the body, bottom half of the body, totally separated. So they show you the photo, all you see is waist down to some feet, nothing else. Then over here on the same highway, a little while over, you see one arm all by itself. And then a third part, you see somebody that was on a motorcycle still have a helmet. It's the top half of the body, one arm, and this one is gone. And so while they're giving you this whole presentation, the person talking to you, he says, like, damn, and my brother loves to ride motorcycles. He says, my brother does ride motorcycles. I want to come down here and I want to bring him down here to show him, but I can't. So once he says that, you realize how exclusive of an environment you are getting the opportunity to experience, because even the employees are not allowed to bring their loved ones in just for them to be educated and get to see. So only the people that are hired there, and the people then that are find themselves in violation of certain, because when I got there, I learned it was for people who drunk drive, speed, and also participate in doing like them donuts, the takeover stuff. So the program is designed for those. And when you get to the morgue, you realize the morgue is not only there for people who lose their life in tragic automobile accidents. They also, it's anybody who loses their life to like gun violence. You have to go to the morgue and go to the examiner, and they have to do the autopsy. And as they give us a tour of this building, it was, man, I ain't seen nothing like this. You walking through, bam, you hear, oh yeah, you look up there, it's big glass, nothing blocking you. It's a doctor with a saw opening up a skull of a corpse doing an autopsy. And you just see that, and then they hit you past a corner, and you already seeing dead bodies on the shelf. They giving you the way it's laid. The heads are in, and it's the body bags, and all the feet are out with the toe tag. So you basically just seeing rows and rows of feet just out. Some of them are half zip or got plastic that zip, but it's like visible. You kind of see their belly, the discoloration. You see some toes are flat like this, wrinkled up, wop wop. And you looking at it, it's 589 of them on roll, just stacked up, and they give you this presentation, and they keep you down there in 30-degree weather for 30 minutes giving you this presentation. And the smell that you always hear about on the detective shows, like when you hear this, you smell the smell of death, you never forget it. You finally get to smell that smell. They give you masks to cover up. And when you go down there, everybody in the group, our group was 25. And we all got these masks on, like the COVID type masks, the MN, they're not the ones, the pointy ones, like the duck beak, what's they call MN90s, whatever. But all the employees, they don't got no mask or nothing. They just occupying the same environment as us. And it's crazy because then they went and showed us the table to where they do the autopsy photos. And while we're standing in there, there's a Asian young man, looked like he couldn't be no older than 30 on there. He had died the day before, one gunshot wound. And he was just laying stiff on the body, looked like a mannequin, a toy, a doll. And as the group was sitting there, the guy that was speaking and talking to us, he was like, talking about how he takes the pictures of everybody who dies in LA through a violent or tragic, that there's going to be any type of investigation needed, you go there first. And he was talking about how he's the photographer that takes these pictures. There's something made me ask. I said, so you took Nipsey Hussle pictures? He was like, yeah, I took them. He said, Biggie Smalls too. Pop Smoke, he just started naming them. I saw the table that they all laid on. Rest in peace to the homie neighborhood, Nip the Crip, and all that we have lost. But anyone that loses their life in Los Angeles County to gun violence or a tragic or suspicious, questionable manner in Los Angeles County, you end up in that building on that table being photographed. And I got to see the table where it all goes down and takes place. It was a horrific situation. It makes me really, it's one of the very somber lessons I have actually learned in life. Since that point, I drive different. And even with me at one point being comfortable driving loose, intoxicated, I never have caused any type of damage. I don't believe that my actual makeup would cause me to find myself in that position where I harm someone. But I still have learned a different respect, and I recognize what could potentially happen. And I don't do it no more. Mama. You got to be careful out on that road. I saw a body. They left just imagine you going through rows of the bodies. You know what you kind of looking at. You see the toe tags. You know, okay, next row, same thing. And then they walk you past a spot. They leave this certain thing out there on purpose because they know it's going to shock you. And it's a body that just was charred up, burnt up in an automobile accident to where it looks like a Thanksgiving turkey that was overcooked. It's just right there. No head, just from here down to the knees. And you can tell it's a male because it got the member, and that's charred, black, everything. They got one body there that's decomposing where it look like molded bread color, and it's just over bloated. They just show you everything, and while you sitting there trying to look at the group that's with you, trying to focus on them and not focus on your environment, they tell you turn around, look behind you, and then you see the versions of these body bags that are only this long, and these are all the babies. And one thing they did do, the babies, their feet not even on the outside of the body for you to see them toe tags. I guess that would be too traumatic. But y'all saw something that a lot of people don't get to see. But please take it from me. In that building is not where you want to be. Alive and unemployed because you was loaded, doing too much, or because you was actually doing too much. Either way, you don't want to be in there. Please take it from me. It's something you never want to see. Never, ever, 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 ever. Now, he say, on that, something else I had seen, something about, where was it? Let me go back. Bam. They say, damn, Big Y fighting for his life. What's happening with Big Y, cuz? Damn. I'm gonna have to shout the homie out after this. I didn't realize he was going through nothing. I thought y'all was just being random, shouting people out. So Big Y is going through health issues, man. Yeah, let's put up you know, positive energy toward Big Y. Yeah. I hate to hear that. Hate to hear that. What, I mean, any more specifics? What's going on with him? Can y'all like fill me in anymore? You know what I've been noticing too? Like, I'm talking about to the tune of, you know how long we've been doing this, right? And a variety of my music that I play on here. It's a handful of songs, cuz, that just triggered copyright claims from way, way back. I'm talking about way back before we was titled in the WAKIN base, old shit. Songs that I ain't, so, and it's crazy because, like, when they first give you the copyright claim, right, bam, you can, like, dispute it. When you dispute it, well, they give you like a little thing to fill out, bam, and they ask you what's your reason for dispute. I always get the same answer. I'm the sole owner of all copyrights contained within this video, right? Bam. And they gotta process that dispute. They send it to the people that triggered the claim. They could either like agree with you and release it, or they could reject your claim. And then YouTube will let you know, they rejected your claim. Then they give you an option. You can either just remove it or you can appeal it. But when you go to click appeal, they get this big warning. Like, if you appeal, and you're going to have this and that, whoop, wop, 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 whoop, bam. If you don't have that and they still whoop, wop, wop, then it could be detrimental towards you, towards your channel and all that, right? They like try to scare you out of appealing. I think way back, that used to spook me. Cause recently, I started getting all these like copyright claims for my music, though. My old shit, I don't know what's to get down. I don't know what it is. Like, so this time when I go, I like dispute it, bam. Then they get back at me. Okay, the whoop-de-whoop, they say, yo, dispute, they still claiming copyright. So when you go to hit appeal, like I say, they give you this warning, like, if you ain't sure about this appeal, basically don't do it. It spooked me for a long time. So finally I started like, bam, fuck it. I hit appeal, and when they give you a reason for appeal, I just copy and paste the same thing. I am the sole owner of all copyrights associated with the content within this video. Cause now I started winning my appeals, release. But there's so many of them, cause they keep coming. I don't know how, I don't know why it's triggered, but that's just automation. But I'm gonna do this just because I'm here, and we doing it in the spirit of Day Uno. And a lot of my Day Unos is in this thing. We just waking and baking, y'all. I remember the first spirit of this. A whole lot of what we said wasn't even understood about or overstood about a lot of the outsiders. And that's kind of like the spirit of this session. You digitalize on my mama, I ain't really tripping. I kind of like forgot how to do this, just getting back to my mojo. You know, though, Day Unos.
That's my loc right there. That's my Day Uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends. Day Uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my Day Uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Game bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My Day One ain't never changed up. That's my Day Uno.
Niggas know it since Day Uno. For rare recitors, and I'ma say puto. And I mean that with all due disrespect to the ops off tops if you diss the set. It's man though, I go half on the sack with him. Double back on foot with the Mac with him. Cognac, that's what my joint drank, period. I done seen him do it point blank. Neighborhood for death though, EC on mine. Every time, still get my nigga 3 up high. When it's cracking, he usually a trip before me in 03 introduced me to Nip. Got a lot of politics between the two turfs. Choose to keep it mafia like Blue Smurf. Half the time, I don't even like her. But I ain't never met a nigga like
That's my Day Uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends. Day Uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my Day Uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Game bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My Day One ain't never changed up. That's my Day Uno. So when it come to dying, it ain't nothing. Killing ain't shit either. Enemies know we stay hunting. We know it's wrong, but we love it. Where you wanna take it? We in the streets, we don't mind a little confrontation. Whole lot of gunplay with me and my low. I'm talking pistol with the scopes when we out on patrol. Hunting for domes, my low was a fool when he get it in. Pull up on him like cuz, let's slide and he getting in. Lil Mac down my bro, ain't gotta prove a point. It's facts over feelings in my SPI voice. M's be the logo, that's my day uno. We ain't friends, it's only me and cuz in this bean. Like identical twins, we on that same shit. They unos, them be the niggas that I bang with. A lot of politics between both gangs, it is what it is. The homies live the game, that's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz, that's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end, even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno, we stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Game bang active, really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one ain't never changed up, that's my day uno.
Mama, what y'all know about this? Somebody just sent this to my phone. What's going down? Is that right? Wow. I guess Bosco is the face of internet celebrity West Coast street boxing. It all makes sense. I can imagine C-Mac and Bosco supposed to get in the ring. Who y'all got? That's crazy. They already got the tickets and all that for sale. That nigga Mac getting to his dollarations. What do you call them? Increments. It said UFC? No, it ain't say UFC, did it? Oh, man. Like every fight we know though, basically, besides, no, it's been a few. Blueface be having his little wobbles. But outside that, North Culture, Bosco, he the only one that be, he a staple in all the matches. It's quite a few little videos of C-Mac on the internet, although they not real serious anger situations. We see him throwing his hands. We got a lot of images of Bosco, being involved. I wonder, is they really gonna get in there and thunder? Is one gonna come out on top and the other come out up under? Is it gonna be raw? Is someone gonna get served in the jaw? Or in the end, is they gonna be both friends, hands raised and call it a draw? That's probably what's gonna happen. I see it's all about business. I guess that's for the best. We should be chasing cheddar religious. Oh, I'm glad. But I see one thing about C-Mac. This round, he been a lot more serious with his presentation. He lost that high-pitched voice. He ain't five great. Like he's still on the fives, but that high pitch ain't in there. They just gonna get their bag. I just hope the money is behind it. It's probably enough interaction to develop a whole undercard on that little situation. You nigga Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's news to me. Somebody just sent that to me. Did y'all know about that? Y'all knew that was going down? June 22nd. That's fast. What's the date? It's like, that's 30 days. June 22nd. The official press conference. Let me see. Let me click on the link. This on Twitter. I ain't got Twitter, so not now. I can't switch to the app. Tickets on sale for press conference. Oh, they're selling tickets to the press conference. June 22nd. Oh, this link in Sio. This is C-Mac Twitter. Link in Sio, not bio. Too mad to box. Bosco and Crip Mac. Somebody said they seen UFC. I don't see no UFC on here. Hell no, you crazy. They boxing. press conference. I guess they ain't about no weight class, huh? I guess this, I don't know. What make that a fair fight, y'all? If it ain't weight class, what do they got in common? NSIP, Lil Soul and Big Soul to the Kings. Lil Soul from Curtis to Curtis, love you, Lo. On my mama. I'll see that in the chat. Whoever you is, Pharaoh 1. What make it a fair fight? Because it ain't size. How many other people C-Max size would Bosco be so willing and able or eager to accept a match with? That nigga went from Gonzo to Neighborhood Nina to C-Mac. That's a big... What is it about C-Mac that made him go out his weight class, y'all? Y'all think they gonna really get in there and chunk him? I don't know, meditation. I don't know what happened to L.A. Dre. I mean, when Bosco got in the ring with Gonzo, they did mix it up a little bit, though. C-Mac called him Costco. I don't even want to speak on that, cuz. But like, this internet is crazy, cuz. Oh, blah. Oh, Goddery. Oh no, Hunter ain't stopped speaking on any and A. They say C-Mac called him Costco. But they act like smoking wet shit like that's a big old development. He say, but who turns down a fight because of size anyway? Robert Lee. Man, you must not know nothing about people getting in the ring. When it comes to getting in the ring for what we consider boxing, it is almost always regulated by size and weight. That's how they make matches, based upon size and weight. You can see how big of an issue size and weight was in the range of 5 to 15 pounds in the Davis and Ryan Garcia fight. It's the whole essence of boxing. It's not MMA, even though now in MMA in its origin, weight didn't matter. But even now in the regulated version of MMA, it's all regulated by weight. That's how they, one of the main factors in developing matchups, if you didn't know. Robert Lee. Oh, blah, 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 blah. You digging lies, pound for pound. That's how they separate the categories and figure out who's the best in each division, section, category. It's all by weight. You're right. It was just that people fight outside the ring. Duh, we are not talking about the millions of massive amounts of multitudes of matches. You heard all those M's, right, y'all? That occur outside the ring. These were about some potential bouts that are going to happen inside the ring, and we were making them comparable to all the other bouts that we've witnessed inside the ring. It's all about inside the ring at this moment. Stay with us, man. I don't even like media, but people definitely weird as far as what get views. You know, weird is a word that people would take offense to, but I find it interesting what type of subject matter does well versus what you would assume would. The bullshit does do a lot better than the good shit. And it seems like, at least here, to the energy of the group of people we tap into, typically prefer bullshit over good shit. That's on y'all. Because I've conducted the social experiment here time and time again. My day unos, the Google gang, they're aware. I serve y'all the good shit and the bullshit. And I meter your reaction. Y'all prefer the bullshit over the good shit. Somebody explain to me why. Can y'all help me understand why y'all prefer bullshit to good shit at a ratio to like 10 to 1? It's crazy. That's why I really got nothing to talk about, because I refuse to talk about a lot of the bullshit I seen unless y'all bring it up. I done seen plenty bullshit. Not much good shit. The phone line's down, so it's just me for now. We usually do a dialogue, but now it's a monologue. I can handle it because I'm a hog. Smoking on the roast joint. Keeping facts for most points. Usually it's more than most. Bullshit doesn't make you accountable for hearing it. Not sure about what that means. It seemed like that was an almost deep statement, but it didn't quite hit. I lost it. Bullshit has no requirements. Anytime you speak in absolutes, you're going to lose, bro. There's very few times. I won't say anytime, most times. Because there are requirements to bullshitting at times. Because even when you with your partners, your day unos, your real ones, and y'all bullshitting around or talking shit, being offensive, playing the dozens or shooting shots, nigga, certain times there's requirements or boundaries, nigga, if you're around real ones that have, that you respect. So even when you bullshit, it can be requirements. And just like now, if we open the door up to just bullshit, let's get our bullshit on, we still got requirements. We not entertaining every level of bullshit. He say, what's your take on the Morant situation? I'm vaguely aware what the youngster got himself caught up in. And I'm going to tell you, I'm kind of like split on the issue. Just judging his actions for what they are on his face value, I'm like, damn, man, that's so dumb, stupid. You should know better. What's wrong with you? I was vaguely aware of the first round of the situation. Vaguely aware that he got a slap on the wrist, I believe. And I'm like, okay. I was seeing other people's reactions and speaking on him. And I don't know his situation, don't know him. I ain't paid close attention, but I got the impression that he was a young, successful athlete that was over projecting his affiliation and connection to the thug life. That's what everybody was perceiving him as being. And without any personal assessment or investigation, looking deeper into what he was actually doing, I kind of just figured that's what was going on. And I seen, okay, it's a youngster doing too much, trying to affiliate, and seemed like everybody that spoke on it agreed that he was doing too much. That's all I was aware of. And then I saw the clip of him flashing the burner. Then when he came back, I was generally aware. I think he got a suspicion. It was over with. He got back, whoop wop, everything gravy, and he got cracking again on the video. I seen it, and then again I'm like, oh, he double dumb. He dumb. He stupid. Like, I had to leave it there for my. I'm like, man, what do you tell a nigga like that? But on the other hand, I've seen posts of other NBA players that are not melanated Caucasians, and they're posting firearms, standing there being photographed with them with a different posture, and there's no controversy, no penalty to be paid. And then I have to reevaluate the whole situation. If it's your Second Amendment right to bear arms, and he is not a felon and he can legally bear a firearm, and his counterpart that is Caucasian and the same status as him as an NBA employee, a member, can get away with doing the same thing if he looks a little different and behaves a little different. The ultimate essence of what they're doing are displaying firearms. If one can get away with it and the other can't, it makes you wonder what is actually the problem. It kind of makes you think about this and this. And this is this, but just a different color hand. The Angel Reese controversy. You know, what's the actual problem? Is the problem the actual display of firearms or the imagery of who's displaying them and how they're displaying them? And that's a question I have. I feel like there's not much room to justify what Morant did, but at the same time, if we're going to call his actions into judgment, I think his peer counterpart, who is Caucasian, who stands in a photograph with firearms, perhaps should be subject to the same reaction, perhaps, for lack of a better word. I don't know if that sounds fair to y'all, but to me, is there a unspoken, understood element that there's a difference between a patriotic stance of an athlete holding a firearm and a image of an athlete appearing to be reckless and thuggish with a firearm? Is that the issue? If John Morant would have been standing in his mirror in his bathroom or something in his room with just a t-shirt on and just holding his firearm similar to a soldier stance, would there be as much controversy? I'm curious. I'd really like to know what y'all think, because I am very suspicious that they're, you dig a lies. I'm very suspicious because we have evidence right now. I don't believe that. I believe he probably perhaps would be facing the same amount of scrutiny. But then had he had a whole nother like clean cut imagery and he posed as a citizen or a proud American standing behind his Second Amendment right without the energy of the hip hop music, the imagery. I think it's all about imagery. I think we can all agree about that. My mama, I don't think it's necessarily about him being, visualized or seen with the guns. I think it got a lot more to do about his posture and demeanor as he was doing it, and as well as his pigmentation.
Neighborhood is C-Mac. Shout out my loc. Spider loc, cuz. Neighborhood on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight crib.
Oh, mama, I ain't heard cuz hit that note since he been out. It seems like he done went through puberty in that thing, cuz. A lot of controversy surrounded him in that tattoo. He stood tall. There's been reports that it had to come off. It's gonna come off. Cuz came home, still tatted, getting at it. I don't think he want to be played with as much as he been played with. Cuz took a lot of that playful shit out of his voice. I want to inspire him to bring it back. Gotta stay in your entertainment zone. My mama. I think they put young black men as thugs. Definitely they do. There's no question. And it might be a rightfully earned perception. However, I don't know if you can rightfully address the issue based upon that perception and be still in alliance with what is fair. So I think when you come to the black and white of laws, policies, you have to let it be black and white. There's no way you can say that, hey, being an NBA player and bearing arms on camera is wrong if you do it in this fashion, but it's okay in this fashion. If it's wrong to bear arms on camera as an NBA player, it's wrong to bear arms on an NBA player, on camera as an NBA player. Oh, my mama. Somebody said, glad to have you back, Spotted Loke. Can you play 97 Ways? Yeah, we gonna run 97 Ways just cuz. Oh, my mama. I ain't got no problem with that. I appreciate y'all for tapping in since we fresh back. Oh, my mama. Shout out to the homie Crib Mac doing his thingery.
Oh yeah. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Baymac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up back.
100,000 feel like something when you're thumbing through it. Done it when some would say one would be dumb to do it. Running circles round rappers on their last lap. PayPal perhaps. Ass cap the cash app. Ass app is how I expect the next direct deposit. Positivity love phone posits check the closet. To say we touching paper is an understatement. Underground label running late, tell them run the payment. Executive decisions, check the balance. Time to monetize the talents, I accept the challenge. Memory a crazy tune, 111 days. Local for my days, 97 ways.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Baymac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up back.
Unable to fake it, fuck how they take it. Heard about the meeting, I was able to make it. Just sick of watching Sherm heads squabble each other while the judge steady handing out lottery numbers. It go down year round, ain't gotta be summer. Life's a bitch and niggas never get apologies from her. Dumber, big and little homies frequently locking. Don't see no other options, that's the reason they flocking. SPI ain't the nigga, how you figure fat? Gift the gab, every gig get a bigger bag. Either name your price or it's appropriation. Finesse game, nigga nice with negotiations.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Baymac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it.
Live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. Spent all my days on my pivot. Ooh. I can't believe I didn't think of that until this time. Oh my mama, what else they talking about up in this chat? It was the imagery. Cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Shout out to my boy Eastside Rory, 2 C's, Kelly Park Compton. Oh my mama, he in this thing. We walked that yard together. Oh my mama, cause Rory done witnessed me at my finest with this G shit. I don't be trying to put no extras on nothing though. But I was something to be reckoned with back in my day, in my heyday. Not Al Bundy. I never put extras on it. But every blue moon, every now and then, somebody pop up that I was within the pen. And I can't help but say, back in the day, I used to do my thing. Hey. Oh, my mama know that. Oh, mama, know y'all. Who have an ear, let him hear. I'm going to need that last words from you, SPI. Yeah, we usually finish with them last words. Oh, my mama, you digging lies. I'm just in this thing. I can't even open it up for dialogue. I ain't going to try to stretch this out to no long-ass session. I was just getting back with my loved ones as a matter of fact. You digging lies. There was something else I had wanted to mention that was, damn, how the Lakers get swept. I ain't gonna lie on my mama, cause I ain't never been a LeBron fan. For for one, you know, the most of the time, Roy, you say you ain't seen that shirt. Look at your phone. I just sent you a picture, nigga. But anyway, LeBron, I ain't never been a LeBron fan based on the fact that as he was building his legacy for the majority of the time, he was a opponent of the Lakers. And then as Golden State became a force to be reckoned with in the West Coast team, they became my secondary team, if not my primary team, while the Lakers was in the midst of rebuilding. It was hard to appreciate. I was riding with the exceptional performance that the Splash Brothers was putting up, and that's what I was riding with. So what happened in my personal experience, when the Lakers trying to rebuild and bring back the spirit of Laker basketball that we used to out here, when they bowed down and grabbed LeBron, who is constantly being compared to Jordan and Kobe as one of their kind, where it's such an unfair comparison because, for one, the 3 inches and then the amount of girth that he possesses in comparison to the other two. You know, it's like these trans women be able to compete. Because of his natural structure, you should expect more. And for him to be judged as a Jordan Kobe type, 3 inches taller, I don't know what, 20 pounds heavier, it's just not a fair comparison in my assessment. So even if he outperforms them black and white in numbers, for him to do what he does, even if he mirrors every move that they make, he physically was more apt and capable of pulling off these, you know, feats. It's not like Spud Webb did the best dunks ever, but they were amazing because he was at such a disadvantage. And Jordan and Kobe, almost identical in stature, are at the exact disadvantage physically. You don't understand, LeBron's best move inside is this, especially when he's in the post. He's able to neutralize any defender with a move like this, and all you have to do is score with this. And if you try anything to defend that swipe with anything physical, you get the whistle. It's not as graceful as the finesse that Kobe and Jordan had to develop to go around defenders. Now, don't get me wrong, Jordan and Kobe was able to swipe, but it's not with the physical strength and dominance. They were more able to clear the air and then try to follow the clear in the air. LeBron is just obviously physically with strength, moving people out the way and then using his free side to score. And he's like right there at the basket. He's not playing above the rim based on his jumping ability. He's playing above the rim based on the fact that he's larger in stature. So I don't think it's a fair comparison. But anyway, we had so many real battles with him as Laker fans. I didn't like him, Lakers bowing down to grab him in order to reach the same status. And although he did bring a ring for the first time in my life with my mama, in the first round when it was going up against Golden State, I was going against the Lakers. So therefore, once they beat us, I found myself going for the team going against the Lakers. I wasn't going to jump on the bandwagon and start riding with the Lakers. I was looking for them to get eliminated in the next round, and they got swept. Ooh-wee. That was way out. Good looking, Rory, on my mama. Neighborhood to the neighborhood. That's what they like, cuz. My nigga ODM Slim in the chat. What up, cuz? Yep, I'm going to stream yard it up real soon. Got to get you in here on some regular rotation for an hour at a time. We going to name it something. Don't even trip. Cartel still moving. Yeah, the Lakers, I you know, I'm a Laker. I'm not a LeBroner, though. I don't know nobody else as dominant in the league as LeBron that was an op that converted and got to riding with us. Like, there was a spirit of tradition with this Lakers shit. Like, we rolled with Lakers. Like, Lakers was Lakers. Like, you digitalize LeBron, is, you know, effective as he is in the league, and you have to appreciate what he brings. You can't compare it to Kobe and Jordan. I don't know how long you've been here, Slim, but just for the simple fact he's taller, bigger, stronger than those two. Jordan and Kobe had a physical stature that were comparable, almost identical, which was almost when you're 6'6" in the NBA, you're not amongst the highest percentage of the tallest. When you're 6'9", you're a little closer to the 7-foot cap that seems to be the highest thing. That's the difference between 3 inches from the tallest guys that are generally there, where are not the highest percentage, and then being 6 inches from them. So for Kobe and Jordan to pull off a lot of what they pulled off, it was more of a feat. And salute to LeBron and everything he brings, but he brought it against us so long. And when it comes to tradition, I never could appreciate us riding his tail to try to be successful. I never felt it to the point where I was looking forward to the Lakers get eliminated, and that happened. And before I try to hold y'all with a lot of extra shit that I ain't really got prepared, I'm finna get up out of here. I'm finna get back on my regular schedule, though. Don't even trip. On my mama, I appreciate y'all for tapping right in as soon as I got back, but we finna be back and get it back cracking. Super active levels and layers. Shout out to LaBridget. She about to be involved in a big run in Long Beach soon. We're gonna get that levels and layers cracking real soon. Couple of other treats that I don't want to tease because I feel like you jinx them. But I'm gonna get it back cracking, get active, be in y'all face. On my mama, I'm looking for this last word so I can get up out of here. Dead homies. On my mama, don't lie. You dig lies? Where it's at? It's somewhere close. It won't be long. I won't even have to ask y'all to hold on. That's crazy. It seemed like I used to know right where it was at, and now I'm off. Yeah. That's crazy. And you know, oh bam, there we go. Much love, y'all. Keep it a Google. Facts over feelings. Bottom line production. Don't get mad, get money. Gratitude is the attitude at all times. Be about your marathon at all costs.
This is my Don declaration, define expectations, inspired to aspire to higher elevation. Started at Genesis, read the entire Revelation, dedication, meditation, and some fire medication. Judge a prophet and a poet, both body reputation, fanatically practice. Perfection requires preparation. I go hard, like this could be the last chance. Romance the spotlight, treat it like the last dance. May I remind, inclined to go overboard over mine, but tonight I'm on this open mic with an open mind. Always try, let it fly, ain't care where it fell. Never say goodbye, but we'll tell her farewell.
You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word.
And just so y'all know for sure that I'm serious, y'all can put this right before the period. She slipped the digits, I hit her with a digi-card. She came to visit, hit it hard by the mini bar. I made her roar like the engine in my Hemi car. Way before she came to listen to my seminar. Every time I'm done, she always want more. Keep a contour in her back for the encore. I paint a picture like we was playing Pictionary with perfect diction. I take you through the dictionary, y'all can have an introduction and an intermission. They finna listen for it's finished, just a benediction.
You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word.
I used to tell my testimony to the whole church. Now I stepped into the cipher once I soul search. Visualize the pain I'm bearing when it's verbalized. No more rehearsal, now you're staring in my herbal eyes. Turned them on, they all turned around, returned to lies. Despise this truth that I eternally internalized. I hate it, laugh now, cry later. Why hate a player when I'm just getting my paper? Your dialogue, that's a lot of lies to digest. Until I die, I guess I'ma have to digress. Chase the pay like she the one that got away. Remy shot a day, that's all I really gotta say. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word.